Welcome back. We are going to do problem 9.3, and I think this is quite an important problem for the rest of the problems in this topic. So let's start. If a line goes through 2 points x1 and y1, x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2, so they're saying that this line, let's say L, is passing through 2 points x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. Those are the values. We are using a variable value here, but it's an unknown number, but it's a fixed number, x1 y1 and x2 y2. Show that its slope m is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So what I have done here already is I have taken a coordinate system x, y and drew a line. This is a generic line. It doesn't have to look like this. If this line is like aligned like this, it can be aligned like this, or it can be aligned like this, any which way, but I'm just taking a generic line just to explain the concept here. Okay. Now this line has a slope, and the slope is this rise over run. So you can take any 2 points in this line, and you can get the rise and the run, and the ratio of rise and run is your slope. So we do not know exactly what x1 y1 and x2 y2 are, so we just note it down here. Select any 2 points here. Let's call it x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. So here we see the rise will be this much. So let's draw the rise and the run here. Okay. So this is the delta y. Delta y means basically difference of the two y's, which is basically y2 minus y1. So that's your rise. And this is your delta x. And delta x is x2 minus x1. It's not like x2 has to be greater than x1, y2 has to be greater than y2. You can take it any way, but the answer should not matter. So m, the slope m, equals the ratio of, so this is your run, rise divided by run, equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, we can stop here. I mean, we have proved right now that that's the ratio and that's the slope. But I just wanted to explain a little bit more. There is another concept called intercept. So the intercept is how much or where does the line intersect the y-axis. Okay, So this is called intercept. You can say intercept on y-axis, or y-intercept also it is said. Okay, and the equation of this line is written as the equation is generally written as this form: y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope. So this is the intercept, and this is the slope. So when you see the equation written in the form y equals mx plus b, then you know that m is the slope and b is the intercept. Now you will think, why should that be? So you can put x equals 0, then y equals b, which means that if x is 0, which is on this line, x is 0, y has to be b. Okay, so that's the value of y. So that's why it is called intercept. And if y is 0, which has to be on this line, x will be minus m, or minus b over m. So this x-intercept is, this is, let's call this on x-axis, and this value is minus b over m. You can do it. You can easily see that if y is set to 0, you take the b on this side, and this will be minus b, and then divide both sides by m. You get x equals b over m. Now, one condition is that m cannot be 0. If m is 0, then you cannot really find that it's an undefined. When m is 0, it means that the line is basically parallel to the x-axis. Okay, so we see that lines can be written as mx plus b, y equals mx plus b, and we can see that b will be the y-intercept and the x-intercept, although it is not normally needed, but if it needed, you can calculate it as b over m, minus b over m. Okay, let's do one equation where the equation is, so this is an example. Three y equals 2x plus 6. What we will do is, in order to write it in the form y equals mx plus b, we will divide both sides by 3, so that in front of y just 1 remains. So dividing both sides by 3, we will get y equals 2 over 3 x plus 6 over 3 is basically 2. So the intercept is 2 and the slope is 2 over 3. That's how you will quickly find the slope and the intercept. And if you have two lines or 2 points given where the line passes through, you can just do this y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 to get m. I think this will be valuable for you in the next several problems. So that's why it's good to understand this now. See you in the next video.